The Watchers, who never left. They said the Watchers were cast down, banished into myth. But what if they never left? What if the angels mankind feared simply changed their names, their faces, their bloodlines, and stayed among us? Across lost scriptures, erased tablets, and sealed Vatican archives, there's a recurring phrase whispered in ancient tongues. The eyes that fell still watch. Tonight, the veil between faith and deception will tear. Because this isn't just religion. This is surveillance on a divine scale. Today, we dive into Scene 1, the descent that never ended. Mount Hermon, the summit where heaven cracked open. 200 radiant beings descended, their leader, Samyaza. They called themselves Watchers. They taught humans to forge weapons, shape metal, mix genes, and read the stars. But the most forbidden secret they taught was how to create life. When their children, the Nephilim, grew monstrous, heaven sent the flood. But the Watchers were not destroyed. They went underground, literally, into caverns, beneath temples, under oceans, and from there, they watched. Scene 2, the vanished texts. When the Book of Enoch surfaced in Ethiopia, the church called it dangerous. Why? Because it spoke of angels as biological beings, not spirits. They ate, slept, reproduced, and bled. The text even listed the coordinates of their descent, Mount Hermon, 33 degrees north. Those numbers match the highest Masonic degree on Earth. Coincidence or continuity? By 1947, fragments of Enoch were rediscovered at Qumran, and within weeks, sealed by the Vatican. The label read, non-canonical, restricted for translation. Because inside, there was one final warning. When the sons of light reawaken, mankind shall beg for darkness. Scene 3, the Vatican's quiet alarm. 1961, under St. Peter's Basilica, restorers found a hidden door of black basalt, carved with symbols identical to Mount Hermon's. Behind it, a chamber humming at 432 Hertz, the same resonance later found in Gregorian chants. Witnesses reported a golden sphere levitating mid-air, covered with eyes that blinked independently. The next morning, every worker was reassigned. The chamber bricked shut. The report classified as lux decepta, the deceived light. Scene 4, the frequency of God. Fast forward to 2018. Satellites over Syria captured electromagnetic pulses bursting from Mount Hermon every 66 seconds. NASA flagged it as geological noise. But deep inside the signal, linguists found modulation, Aramaic code repeating one phrase, "We never left." Soon after, astronomers from Lebanon reported luminous shapes drifting through thunderheads, humanoid silhouettes of light, unbothered by lightning. The recordings vanished within days. Every telescope trained on Hermon mysteriously disabled. Scene 5, Project Aquila. Declassified fragments from Project Aquila describe Watcher signatures identical to those modern pulses. One document reads, "The entities are neither spiritual nor extraterrestrial. They are something in between. They occupy resonance, not space." Another line blacked out except for a single word, reclamation. And when the European Space Agency shut down its Oriole satellite, its final transmission showed ultraviolet silhouettes descending vertically, wings folded inward like knives. Public explanation? Instrument failure. Internal note? Visual confirmation, winged geometry, non-meteorological. Scene 6. The blood that remembers. In 2003, human genome researchers detected a sequence in 0.3% of global samples, unclassified. They called it variant Omega. It appears most often in bloodlines tied to ancient priesthoods, royal families, and military elites. The sequence contains dormant code that reacts to 432 Hz, the same frequency echoing under the Vatican. Theorists believe it's the Watcher's legacy, not a metaphor, a genetic signal, a buried instruction waiting for activation, a memory written into human flesh. Scene 7. The Awakening. Since 2023, censors at sacred sites, Stonehenge, Petra, Jerusalem, record beams of light pulsing skyward in identical rhythm. Every cycle lasts 200 seconds, one for each watcher. And when translated from frequency into waveform, the pattern forms a face, eyes open, mouth closed, as if waiting for permission to speak again. Experts claim it's a natural phenomenon, but insiders whisper of a countdown. When the frequency aligns globally, the descendants will remember. They won't ascend, they'll inherit. Final monologue, the forbidden truth. For centuries, we prayed for the return of angels, but angels never left, they adapted. They wear our faces now. They move through governments, bloodlines, and pulpits. They built empires while pretending to serve them, and when the final resonance sounds, 432 Hz, across every tower, every cathedral, every human cell, the Watchers will rise from within us, not to save, not to destroy, but to reclaim.